Hold on,
Ryan, why don't you pull up Amazon's margins real quick?
Well,
Yeah, I'd have more of a grin on my face than Stephen Hawking on Epstein's Island.
I'm off as a smug cock when he said that.
Wow, fiscal philosophy, you're not very smart at all. You screw up, cash flow kings. Dissector, you are an idiot.
Hello, everybody. When this is premiering, it will be Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern. At Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern, you could be doing a wide range and variety of activities. And Fiscal may or may not be doing some of those activities right now because where he's at, it's a Saturday. We're pre-recording this episode. Will Fiscal join us? I don't know. You'll have to watch the entire thing to see if he does. For now, though, we are blessed with the presence of Seymour Duck. And Seymour, what are some activities you could be doing at Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern that are not accretive to your lifestyle?
You could go to one of those clubs that been, the CEO got kicked out of.
Sorry to Jim Langan or Rich Langan, whatever it was. Yeah, that's something you don't want to be doing. I'll be in Canada, so there's a chance that I'll be, doing gambling, doing the alcohols.
Yes.
If I see a Canna Cabana store, I'm definitely posing up in front of it, and I could go in and I might go in that Canna Cabana store and I might say, hey, I'm your boss, and then just leave without purchasing and adding any more dialect or dialogue. That's what you could be doing. But yes, everybody, Fiscal's not here. We don't know why. He's mysteriously in the Philippines. Did Cooper take him? A lot of bad things could have happened to Fiscal, but he's probably going to join sometime throughout. There's like a crazy time. This is like the hardest time discrepancy we've probably ever had to deal with on the show because he's got a flight today, and I can't record like any time past like 4 o'clock today, so we have to make it work. But with that said, we have a fun episode because anytime you have to start the episode off with a legal disclaimer, you know that it's going to be a good show. If you haven't already, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe, do all the stuff, give us money, channel member. Yeah. All right, for legal reasons and the Cash Flow Kings LLC, you have to disclaim this. The content provided in the show is for informal and for informational and entertainment purposes only. The opinions, critiques, and analysis expressed regarding Kalshi and other betting markets, including but not limited to prediction markets, sports betting platforms, or other wagering centers, or are those of the hosts, guests, or producers, do not constitute financial, legal, or investment advice. No representation is made to the accuracy, completeness, or reliability of any information, statements, or opinions presented. The viewers are encouraged to conduct their own research and consult with qualified professionals. We are not professionals at all. We are amateurs, such as financial advisors, legal counsel, or engaging in any betting, wagering, or investment activities. The show's creators, hosts, and producers are not affiliated with Kalshi or any other betting markets discussed unless explicitly stated, and any mention of specific platforms, companies, or services does not constitute an endorsement, recommendation, or promotion. Participation in betting markets carries inherent risks, including the potential believe it or not, you can lose money. And the viewers may assume full responsibility for any decisions made based on the content of this show. That's a way to open up the show. But Seymour, sometimes on Twitter you see some certain accounts saying, hey, if I put $1 down, I could win 100,000 if this event happens in the real world. Do you want to kind of explain what these Kalshi and Polymarket and what these betting markets are?
Oh, yeah. So it basically, what has happened was somebody took an idea of betting and basically made it look like it's investing, but really you're gambling. And a lot of these people online now who's like shilling for this company, especially Kalshi, right? They are trying to act like you're investing. You're investing into event contracts. It's part of the future. In reality, you're just gambling. It's basically gambling. You're betting on one event to happen and you get paid out. That's exactly what gambling is. Gambling, you bet on an event to happen for an outcome. That's literally it. If I go to a roulette table and I bet on 00, that's the outcome I'm betting on. No difference in sports betting. No difference in if I'm betting on Jimmy Kimmel coming back on ABC. It's the same thing.
Yeah. It's unfortunate because I actually just sold all my Evolution stock and I put it into a bet whether an asteroid would hit the Earth by the year 2030. And if it doesn't hit, which is 87% chance according to Kalshi, then I get a nice fat payout and I'm investing my money pretty much, right?
Maybe. There's technicalities.
Maybe.
They can always pull your money out.
Okay, so for full, kind of help you guys see the picture here. This is like what Kalshi looks like. Obviously, I don't have an account. I'm not signed in or whatever.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored, unfortunately, yet. We haven't grifted hard enough. But you could just see like all of these like random kind of side bets you can make. Like, I don't know, Seymour, have you ever made one of these?
I can't bet. I'm Canadian. I can't bet on that.
I forgot. You have.
It's illegal for Canadians to bet on these markets.
Yeah. Pro football. Yeah. Go Bills. We're at the top there. But yeah, you just bet on like all these random things and it's pretty like clearly betting. Like, I don't know. Seymour, are you investing that there's going to be a government shutdown this year? Are you investing in that? Or is that more of a, I think that's more of a gamble. Oh, so Fiscal joined us. Let's go. He's here.
Oh, wow.
We were just talking about, we started like 4 minutes ago, the illicit things you could be doing on Kalshi.
Oh,
Some
boy.
Bad things. Fiscal, what are some bad things you'd be betting on Kalshi?
Wow. You could be betting on the mortality of certain individuals within a certain specific time frame. That would probably be a bad thing to bet on. I think they offer it, but it'd be bad to bet on that.
Yeah.
I don't think that'd be very moral.
Will Mitch McConnell go this year?
Oh no. Yeah, I mean, you could be betting on if certain places will be at war or peace. I think that would be a little bit messed up, but
immoral.
You know, imagine betting if a certain place would like go to war, for example, like betting and hoping that a war happens. That would suck.
So basically, Fiscal, what you've learned so far is that's not actually betting. You're not betting if they go to war. You're investing whether they go to war or not.
Oh, it's because it's tokenized on the blockchain or something like that, or is it some other way around that idea?
Event contracts. It's not gambling. It's investing.
Is that kind of like the?
It's like options.
The election event contracts that they had on Robinhood at the end of last year.
The very same. I think it actually was Kalshi that sponsored it.
Yeah, those sucked. Hated it.
So, like, do these companies? Okay, serious question. They pay out, right? Like, if you make a bet, they pay out. Some of them just seem like obvious. Like,
from my understanding is that you're not betting against the house, and that's why part of the reason saying it's not gambling is because you're betting against the other person. So when you're betting, one of them says like, let's say it's like 49 and 51, and you win, but you're winning on the 51%, right? The people, the 49% will have to pay out to those 59%. So, and they take a little bit of the cut from that. But because you're not betting against a house, you're not betting, like a casino.
Yeah. So they have no vested interest in like rigging the odds or anything. It's like it's more the way I see it is, if you go to a casino and say play poker, you're not playing against the house. You playing against the other players at the table. The house just takes a little bit of rake out of every hand.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like it's basically the same concept.
The only difference here is there's no regulations to protect you from it.
Love it.
So if they pull the plug on you for whatever technicality, even if you win or lose, right? They just will take your money.
You're telling me if I win and they, the Epstein files are released, they find I don't know, they find Fabio's name in there somehow, and I get my 1 to 1 million odds to pay out, and I get the big payday. I get a bunch of money.
Be careful. So this is a little bit of a monkey's paw situation, Ryan.
Oh,
The bet is not whether they will be released; it's whether the House will pass a bill to release them. Because
I
the
was
House
using a
could pass
hypothetical.
the House could pass such a bill, and then it would still potentially not get released if either.
So there's kind of a
Now,
gray zone where they can say, "Oh, this didn't actually go through. This doesn't count."
Because one, if the Senate doesn't also pass it, then it wouldn't be a law. And two, if it's not a supermajority, the president could veto it. And three, even if they have a supermajority, it could end up getting challenged in court potentially if the Supreme Court or some federal judge is very loyal to
It'd be 10 years
whomever
by the time you get
doesn't want
paid
it.
out.
Right? There's a lot of things between the House passing a version of a bill and the thing actually happening.
Yeah.
So that's a whole monkey's paw thing. So some people might bet on that thinking they've won if the files don't get released, but that's not true. All that has to happen in that one is the House has to pass the bill.
And you're telling me there's no regulation to stop Kalshi from taking my money away, regardless, even if
No, there really isn't. And the unfortunate thing is because there's no state regulations. They everything is internal for the rules, unfortunately.
So when you say like take it away, do you mean like arbitrarily like cancel all the bets, shut down the accounts, not just arbitrarily decide to take all the money, not pay the winners anything, and just take everybody's money?
They could,
Like,
because there's no protection.
I mean, would they not sort of be liable for, say, like fraud if they were doing that arbitrarily, though?
I mean, we can go down that slippery slope. I mean, you look at companies like Nikola, where they, that SPAC that, fraud everyone, where the truck was going down a hill. He got out of jail. Anything is possible nowadays.
Yeah. If there's let's say there's a bet on, Kalshi or Polymarket that Fabio is in the Epstein files. I'm not saying that he is. And it's like a 1 to million odds. There's a chance that he could be in there, and Kalshi, they spin it around. I don't know. So for that to joke everybody, legal.
It reminds me of like crypto. There's not enough protections. People can buy all these shit coins and get rug pulled, and nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, 100%. Speaking of Bitcoin, are we all buying Ethereum now that it's below $4,000 or whatever?
I mean, oh yeah, you know me. I love crypto. That's a joke for the record.
Fiscal, do you get that joke when it's below $4,000?
Oh yeah, no, I know. I saw the retweet. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Good.
I know a certain whale is supposedly buying if it's below 4,000.
No, I haven't bought actual crypto in a while. The last time I bought it was like before COVID, and it was for Dogecoin, but it was a joke because it's like I just wanted to own because of the dog, and then somehow I made like $3,000, and it's like, okay, cool, because Elon was pumping it, and then I sold it, and then I could have made like over $25,000.
Yeah.
If I just kept it to SNL when Elon was on.
Oh.
And the investment was only $100.
That's fucking ridiculous. That's.
It was like 0.0007
How were you taxed on that?
Tax?
Yeah.
I wasn't taxed on.
Oh. Members only. Members only. Yeah.
This is weird.
All right. Do you have anything you'd like to present? Any screen sharing? More on Kalshi?
It's just a couple of things that what I don't like about Kalshi is that they make it seem like at least for the younger folks, that this is a skill-based investing and thinking that you can actually win within that. because they think, oh, sports, the outcomes of all these predictions for coming on, like for Jimmy Kimmel, for example, right? Oh no, Jimmy Kimmel's getting canceled. I know he's going to get canceled. He's not going to come on till at least next year or even further down the road. And then 2 days later, oh, he's coming back on. Oh, what? And then they rug pulled everyone's money and it went up.
Yeah.
And things like that. People, especially the younger ones, because they're the same people who go to Robinhood and make these short-term options and think, I'm investing, I'm buying all these companies based on vibes, Palantir, right, Tesla, HIMS, and you're buying basically on the vibe that it's going to do well, and you don't even look at inside the numbers, but the stock went up, and I might buy, and then you buy all these short-term options, but then when we're going to go to a bear market, you're going to get crushed. And the thing is,
that happened.
Hood is partnered with Kalshi, and Hood is there to make money for you losing money. That's how they make a lot of money. That's why they're doing well, because you're losing a lot of money from trading. And I don't like that. And I don't like I like transparency. And Kelsey's the same way. It's not transparency. Trading in financial markets to young people, especially when you only have to be 18 to go in it instead of 21, and under 25 your mind is still not developed, so there's a lot of things happening in here that I don't like the lawyer says that people are adults. For Kalshi, people are adults, they're allowed to spend their money however they want. If they lose their shirt, that's on them, but then when you go on their website, they talk about how they care about their users, ensuring safety is the number one priority, but that doesn't happen. They don't care.
Yeah, I gotta say that,
because it says here that the website claims safety of the user is our utmost priority. No, it's not.
Yeah,
because you don't have any safeguards in place for gambling. At least when you gamble on FanDuel, and here's the thing: for gambling, I don't think of it as a source of income to make, and a lot of these people on Kalshi do think so. That's the difference. Where when I go to like FanDuel, I think of it as entertainment. When it's like going to go and spend money, go to a theme park or golf.
Channel membership.
Yeah, that's how I think of it when, like, for example, when they have those ridiculous out of control $1 billion Powerball things.
Yeah.
If I spend like $6 or $7 on tickets for that, it's like that's just sheer entertainment of the fact, like, hey, this is an absurd jackpot, and I know there is the most infinitesimally small chance that there is anything actually to gain, but it's kind of cool to, wait for that drawing and just see what happens. Just that little momentary little bit of amusement you get out of it is really all it is. If you're going in expecting to win, you're doing it wrong.
It's not gambling; it's winning, as far as I'm concerned.
What, sports betting?
I am going to be gambling this weekend, allegedly. I'm going to Canada.
Yeah.
So,
I'm just reminded of when Worst Finance Takes was constantly posting about his strategies to get as many scratch-off tickets as possible.
Grandma Finance with her scratch-off tickets in Lotto.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah. But
I just wanted to state, so for casinos, like in Vegas and even online, they got customer protections and regulatories in place to ensure you'll get your money. So even if you win a lot of money and somehow they're not paying you out, you will definitely get that money.
Yeah.
Because there's consumer protections in place. And because there's state regulations, right, they actually have to maintain safe gambling to ensure, there's not a lot of failures happening. And sometimes, let's say you bet $100 a week and then randomly you take out $5K and you gamble. They'll go in chat or they'll email you or call you up and be like, hey, at the real casinos, they'll go check up on you and be like, if you put your card in, they'll be like, hey, we noticed you are spending a little bit more than usual. Are you okay? Because that is regulated. That is mandatory from the state. Yeah. Of course, state by state is different, but here in Canada, it's the same thing. Sports betting where I live is not actually legal, so I can't even do that. But they have these safety nets where even, if you go on FanDuel, like every few minutes, like 30 minutes or so, they'll ask you, did you have enough playing? Here's the number to call, 1-800-GAMBLERS. And they're there to help you to ensure that you're doing this for entertainment and you're not pushing yourself too much. Unfortunately, Kalshi, they're not transparent like that. At least with the casino, you're gambling your money. Most of the time, people know that, you're not winning. The house always wins. Kalshi, it's like, it's made to think, for the young folks at least, that you can win. And I don't like that.
Yeah, it's not like they have a ton of very popular, maybe potentially Gen Z influencers and other accounts that are very popular with Gen Z, like meme pages and stuff, promoting the product. Not like that at all. But yeah, do we think there will be any like regulatory interventions in the next few years for companies like Polymarket, Kalshi, betting markets?
Oh, for me at least, yes, definitely, I see it, because the casinos, either it's going to be one way or another. Either the casinos are going to sue with the state because they're not getting their taxes anymore. So for Las Vegas, you're losing that tax for tourism, and if they go down a slippery slope where casinos can make a point where we don't need to do it because they're event contracts now. We're just betting the outcome of when it hits zero. We're just predicting. Sorry, we're predicting, quote unquote, when it gets to zero. It's just event contracts. Yeah. It's just like investing. And then I don't want to go down that route. And then all the safeguards are taken away. And then, down a slippery slope. So, but I think the states with the casinos technically, they are suing right now. They have been suing. More in Europe, they've been more successful because they're very heavily regulated there. But in the U.S., state by state, they've been trying to sue because they want their money, and plus, there's no safeguards, right? So it's like the wild, wild west.
Yeah. Fiscal, didn't you bet on like the Kamala winning the election because she was a big underdog? Was that on Polymarket?
Well, I did when it went because it was still very early in the night and it flipped to like 5-1 odds or something against.
Yeah. And
I was like, well, if I put like $20 on this, it'll be 100. So
yeah, free money.
Yeah. When it looked like the actual percentages were inaccurate, one direction or the other, I did make a bet. I would have done it if it had been the reverse as well, but that's the way it went. So.
Sorry, you invested in Kamala winning the election.
That doesn't sound like a very good investment, to be honest with you.
Are there any like legal troubles they're currently going through? I know there's a bunch of lawsuits and stuff.
Yeah, there's actually one news. There's actually one news of the lawyer currently, who's the lawyer for Kalshi, right?
Yeah.
They want for him to run for becoming the head of CFTC. That's not good. Because he doesn't care for regulations. He doesn't care. There's minimal regulations. It's just like options. And for this. And I don't like it. Because these regulations are not for gambling. They're for like investing. But the thing is, this is not investing, so everything is like backwards.
Yeah.
You have regulations for investing when you're not investing.
Yeah, the CFTC, for everybody that's wondering, is the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. So that's interesting when you look into it.
Yeah, if he becomes in charge for that, say goodbye to to safeguarding your money. Regulations will be gone. Yeah, good luck. And I would not be surprised if they push it towards to actual like more casino-based gambling. Because of that, I'm afraid that might happen. And then the younger folks who are under 25, because you only have to be 18, want to spend their money because they think it's going to be easy. They're going to think, I can win, and they think it's skill-based. I don't like it.
You're telling me that there is no skill affiliated with investing? Unbelievable.
Well, yeah, apparently because this is investing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like sports. Yeah, it's like the casino and sports betting. Let's be honest. You might think you have an advantage, but most of the time, you don't. It's all luck.
Yeah. Not good for our degenerate viewers out there.
I know
Many
people.
degenerate viewers.
Yeah, I know people who are betting on sports, and they're like, "Oh, this is a shoe in. I'm gonna win," and then the next day they tell me, "Well, I lost."
Yeah. Everybody, like, it's actually, sports betting is super rampant. Like I go into the office where I work, and everybody's like glued to their phones talking about parlays and whatnot, and I'm like, I don't understand any of this, and but have fun, guys, I guess.
Dude, I'm totally a senior inside because I get like fantasy football rage baits me every week. It's like a $50 buy-in for like a 17-week, event, and like I'm 0-3 right now, and I want to kill myself, and like, $50. It's I'm like a senior.
By the way, he's being hyperbolic. For the record, no mental health checks needed.
No. Until Dave goes to 180 again. But yeah, and then at the casino, I'm a complete senior. I play like one hand of blackjack. Everybody knows my strategy. I win it, I'm out. Minimum table, $15, I'm out. Go get a coffee. I'm a senior. I just want to talk about annuities and my 4% compounding annuity. Oh. No. But anything
passive
else
income
on Kalshi before we move on to other gambling, as in the stock market?
Nah, I got nothing on
Nothing.
Got nothing more on this. Too old for this gambling stuff.
What I see on X, I find it very funny. The people who are against gambling are now like for it, but because this is technically not gambling, they're not saying it out loud.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it all over X. Unfortunately, even a relative of mine is now shilling Kalshi.
Oh, he can't escape everybody. This is so personal. He can't take it anymore.
He doesn't even need the money, and he's already rich. He doesn't need the money. He lives in Canada and he lives in the States, but poker is not enough for him. He needs to get the Kalshi money. He's probably getting paid a lot of money. So props to him. He's probably getting a lot more money than all the people shilling on X for Kalshi, but good for him for making money though.
Yeah. But just wait till Kalshi reaches out to us. We have no problem shilling it. We will gladly do it. This episode never happened. It's like episode 32. It never happened.
Nope.
But yeah, the only reason I don't like it is because the transparency is lacking. It's one of the reasons why I invested in Evolution.
Yeah.
There's some issues that's been going on lately, but they went public for the transparency. And the more I've looked into Evolution, the more I looked into actual casinos and how they're regulated and how actually they're not really scamming you because they're already winning.
Yeah.
There's no reason to cheat the system. They're already winning. The house always wins. Why take it 1 or 2% when they're going to already take away 90% from you?
Mm-hmm.
And Evolution, when I looked into it, because of that, the CEO, the founders, the transparency. That's what I like. Here, I don't get the transparency. It feels very scummy. It feels very like I don't like it. Evolution
also. If we want to move on from Kalshi, is that all we want to conclude that segment of the show?
Oh yeah, I'm honestly the whole events contract thing. It completely makes my eyes glaze over, man. I'm not about that life at all.
Yeah. All right, we'll move on to the bread and butter. We'll start with Evolution because it has been like trading. It's kind of creeping down near where like it may be interesting to add again. $84. I think all of us pretty much have, around like a $75, $76 like average. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, it's something in that ballpark.
No, mine's more like 80, but yeah.
No. He's the whale. Of course he wants to pay higher. He wants to give them money.
He's been averaging up, yeah.
Yeah. And Seymour, what percentage of your portfolio is Evolution again?
Oh,
The
let me
viewers?
actually check. Yeah.
Very high.
I've been. I think it's like 25%. Let me just double check.
He has extreme confidence, everybody.
I haven't been buying Evolution lately though, because it's been almost flat for me. Let me see here. 27%, 27.8%. My second biggest holding under Cover Corp.
He gets a fat payout every May. That's all you need to know. But yeah, we learned that Evolution was going out of business earlier in August. You know, we learned that they have morals in running a company and want to switch to not, having all their revenue in unregulated markets. Interesting, considering the topic we just talked about, where their entire revenue is from unregulated markets. Interesting. But yeah, Evolution, it kind of seems like it's just kind of standing still. I feel like we're all kind of the same sentiment. If it went back to like 75 or 80, we'd probably consider another little lump sum because this is not the ideal company to be buying in, a dollar cost average strategy unless you have a lot of money.
Yeah. I mean, mainly because unlike Schwab, I forget the exact commission, but I think it's like $7 or $8 per trade on Evolution because it's over the counter. So yeah.
Not the most, you don't want to be buying one share every day.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't DCA or drip or anything on this. I would wait until I've got enough for a good block of shares, and and when the stock is down, load up. Yeah.
I think it's a solid like sin stock kind of.
Yeah, it's a sin stock through and through. And when you hear the noise of the sin stock, it goes down like a sin stock.
Yeah.
But I think the company's doing well. I've been looking at its competitors though, just to make sure. Yeah, Pragmatic has a new game.
They have competitors?
Yeah, their biggest competitor is Pragmatic, and they have a new game that looks like a 1-to-1 copy of Crazy Time, their biggest hit, and it's called Money Time, and it's like they just legitimately copied, and it's doing well now, but it's like, but you're like years behind because Evolution's already thinking of their second Crazy Time, and they already have games in between it. You're now just catching up, but I think Evolution's doing great.
Actually, I have some new boots on the ground due diligence for Evolution. So, I'll send this over in the chat real quick. It's an image. If I can just get it.
We're talking Discord.
Yeah. I'll send it in Discord in just a moment. As soon as I copy image copied. Okay.
So do we think that? What are we kind of predicting? I don't. We're the genius stock pickers. What do you think the next year or two looks like for Evolution?
I couldn't tell you what the next year or two looks like, but so I was scrolling Twitter or X, I guess, if you want to not use the. So they advertise heavily on X in the Philippines.
Oh,
and it's funny because I was told by a local person that gambling sites aren't allowed to advertise on Facebook here anymore. That's what I heard anyway. So, but they are indeed advertising very heavily on X. And last time I was here, I saw they were advertising on Grab, but I didn't see the Grab based ads this time. So I don't know if there's like maybe tighter regulation around gambling advertising here, because actually gambling addiction is a major problem here in the Philippines,
Mm-hmm.
or from what I was told, and that's the reason for I guess them like restricting it on Facebook. And I guess on Facebook there's more underage users and things like that, more people under 18 and stuff that could be seeing the ads. So I can understand that compared to X, which I think is mostly adults, although they don't act like it. So just some interesting stuff in play. But the level of gambling enthusiasm here in this region, probably bullish evolution, if you ask me.
Yeah. Are we still of the thesis that they could eventually decide to headquarter in the States, maybe longer term? Get a little pump there, a little catalyst?
I think eventually one point, but I don't want it anytime soon.
Yeah.
I hate when stocks go up too quickly. And because it goes up too quickly and it like goes over their fundamentals, the stock becomes volatile. I don't like that, especially when you're paying out dividends and all this buybacks that's happening right now. I don't want that. So I don't want, because I feel like once it goes to the US, there's going to be a huge pump. And then retail investors are going to come in like, oh, what is this? Oh, this is better than Kalshi. And then they all invest. I don't want that. Give me another 5 to 10 years while I accumulate more shares, then do that.
Yeah. Yeah. And also the Swedish, the buyback laws are not the most optimal if you want to like load up on shares quickly. You can only you can't only buy back like 10%
of the daily trading volume is the maximum.
Yeah.
Which since this is not a high trading volume stock, that means that it's just naturally pretty well capped then.
Mm-hmm.
Because also Europeans don't I think their mentality is a little different. They don't trade in and out of stocks as frequently as Americans do.
Yeah.
So the trading volume is naturally just going to be a little lower because of that alone.
Yeah.
But
it's also another reason why I like it, because they don't push the stock from trading. They're long-term investors.
Yeah.
And plus you got the dividend, the yearly dividend.
I don't know way to word this.
But in regards to the stock price, like you said, I don't really look at the stock price. I don't really care for the stock price, as long as I'm not going to buy over $95. That's my limit. If the fundamentals improve, I'll keep buying. But if the company does well, the company does well. That's what I care about the most. I don't care about the momentum of the price going up or going down.
On the topic of momentum of price going up and price going down and the regards entering companies, I think there's one company that the regards may be entering, and it hasn't reflected yet in the stock price, but I'm going to give you a guess of which company I'm thinking about right now.
You said it's not reflected in the stock price, right?
Not reflected in stock price as of right now.
But you sense the regards are interested.
I sense the regards are, yeah.
Is it Adobe?
No.
Oh.
It's funny, that would have been one of my...
I'll give you all three guesses. Seymour's already used one.
Okay. Is it something... All right. Can we ask like a general question and narrow it down a little bit? Is it something that we're already invested in?
Me and you, Fiscal, yes.
Is it High Tide?
Nope.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right, that's going to require a little more thought on my part then.
It's going to be I'm not going to say that. It would probably give it away.
Does it involve a bear?
No.
Oh, okay.
Even though that is one that I could see eventually, because that's as far as I'm going.
Is it one that regards have already pumped before?
Take a look.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I mean,
that's a good question.
Yeah. Jeez. It went up 200 of. I wouldn't say I don't think so. Not like absurdly pumped related to fundamentals.
Oh, okay. And when Seymour mentioned the bear, he was talking about Dave. That was
Yeah.
clear, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Huh.
You can go on Twitter and look at some of the companies that the regards have been like buying lately. I'll give a pretty big clue. It's going to be really hard. It's going to be harder for them to pump it because of market cap and size. I don't know how neither of you have got this yet. That was a pretty big clue.
Well, that applies to a lot of stocks, though.
Wait,
I know, but especially this one.
Is the market cap over $1 trillion?
Yeah.
Okay, so
is
Amazon?
it Tesla?
No, Tesla's already been regarded.
It's got to be Amazon then, right?
It would be Amazon.
Yeah.
There are some certain shareholders now that are the whales have entered. We could say we have a certain 4-lettered individual that has a very bad haircut who has started his entry into the position. We have Double D's is saying that Amazon. I'm not saying Double D's is a retard,
right?
But he's saying that it's a better risk reward than Google right now. Which I think it's true.
Well, yeah. Because Google has had a hell of a run lately, and when the two stocks were, when the prices were a little bit different, where Google was more beaten up than them, I was definitely thinking it was Google. But now Google's run up a lot. Amazon has a little bit of a pullback. Maybe it's Amazon again.
Yeah.
With those two, it's always a race as to which is the best Mag 7 deal lately, I think.
And you also have Joey C saying that Amazon's going to go to 400 now.
Joey C is saying that, huh?
Yeah, Joey C said that.
Wow.
It's probably a good thing now. It's a positive catalyst.
Yeah, the thing is, the Mr. Bad Hair Day and Double D's and Joey C, their combined audience is what, more than 500,000 regards?
Yeah.
More than, like, a lot more. I don't know how many subscribers does Joey C have?
Joey C, he's got,
I know he's got more than one channel also.
I don't know. I'd probably say over. I'll fact check this. The sentiment the regards can bring. That's what I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I know it's going to be really hard for them to actually.
Granted, some of their followers are probably some of the same people following each of them. But
okay, he has about 600,000 combined between his two, and that's probably.
Yeah, and I'm sure there are some people that follow Amit that don't follow Joseph Carlson and vice versa, and probably similar for maybe to a lesser extent with Double D's. So, but yeah, what are we talking about? 700,000-800,000 total regards, maybe between all of them, as far as different individuals. Potentially, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
That's enough. That's enough regards to move the needle, probably.
Sentiment can go far away. Yeah, but I think Amazon. I added a tiny bit. I think we're already pretty well allocated. But I think that's one of the companies I would not mind making up like a quarter of my portfolio. Just let it sit.
Yeah. I think let me check my. I might
33 PE right now for Amazon. Not bad at all.
This could be a situation where maybe maybe I take the double on the Google Leaps contract and then get a Amazon Leaps contract to replace it. I don't know. Maybe.
The Visa Amazon swap is looking more attractive, but I think if Amazon got to 210 or 200, that's an obvious. I just hate selling Visa. That debate will always be in my head.
Indeed.
I don't know. We have I did the PE thing here, but trading like the same multiple practically.
Yeah, but with Visa, you're getting like already a well-stable company, right?
Yeah.
You're getting the high margin.
Yeah, it's such a good business. You'd hate to sell. And
Exactly. But so
the
is
question
Amazon.
is,
So it's
the
like,
question is Amazon going to outperform? Where I could see a real world where it does, but I don't mind that diversification in that way. I wouldn't necessarily class it as diversification.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. Stable coins could disrupt Visa and MasterCard.
Oh, it's over. That's enough's enough. Okay, since you're in the Philippines, Fiscal, do you have a boots on the ground due diligence report on Grab?
Yeah, ironic situation where when I went to go have lunch with Cooper, which I don't know, do you want to bring up the official the official photo that I sent?
Yeah, I could. My Discord on computer isn't working, so I'll bring it up on here. Yeah, we were making up theories that Cooper kidnapped you, and that's why you were late to the show. Sorry, Cooper.
No. They flew back on Thursday. So yeah, so we
Fiscal looking very buff.
so we had we made plans to meet this. So I book a Grab ride there, and then we probably spent at least 30 minutes just talking about Grab afterwards because it's one of those stocks that it's a favorite amongst my Discord. I'm the Grab cult leader, right? So
I don't know. I think there's other regards in it that may have to.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna have to
definitely
fight
weren't
me
in
for
it
that.
before you.
Right. Yeah, they'll have to fight me for that.
I don't know.
That's
I
fine.
searched for Grab stock and his name comes up, Physical. So his YouTube channel and everything. And I saw the thumbnail.
Yeah, it's true. I'm still, I think, one of very, very few people that actually regularly mentions it anywhere. But yeah, there is one thing which there's been some civil unrest in this part of the world, especially Indonesia lately, that I don't know that it's going to materially affect their financials, but there was a riot in Jakarta where a Grab driver, actually I think two of them, there ended up being a second one who actually got caught up in it and got beaten to death or something.
No, it's not good.
Yeah, which that was pretty rough. But the CEO, I know after the first one happened, he flew there and visited with the family, and they made arrangements to take care of their health insurance for a couple years and some other things to help out, because it was just the guy was literally just trying to do his job, and I don't know what's wrong with people, to be honest, the state of this world that we live in.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Anthony Tan is the man. That's what we say.
Yeah. No, I really there's a lot of things I like about Grab, and the CEO and the leadership is definitely one of them. The management, I think you could put them literally up against any of the best US based management teams, I think. And for the record, guys, they're Singaporean. They are not Chinese. Senator, they are Singaporean.
Senator, I'm Singaporean. Why are you representing communist China? Senator, I'm Singaporean.
Yeah, because this is one of those misconceptions. So there are days in the market, you'll notice patterns in the market, right? There will be days where, for example, all Chinese stocks seem to be red, right?
Yeah.
And randomly, for no reason, Grab will also be red. And I do think that people misunderstand and think that it's Chinese.
The racism at its finest right there.
Yeah. I think that this part of the world is maybe just kind of poorly understood by the average person. And yeah, it's sort of like how you'll see the comments show up, the PayPal bear comments that mention how Venmo is taking market share from them when they own both. It's that kind of thing where just there's enough people who don't understand it properly that the market is maybe not pricing it efficiently at all times. So you get these dips where you can, strategically pick up some shares and do very well. Now lately,
thanks to some people,
lately it's done quite well. I mean, it seems to me, it looks like it's holding above $6 right now, which it's down a little bit today actually, but still holding above $6 at least for the moment.
Yeah.
And I mean, when I was getting in, what was it? 317, 320 when I first started talking about it. And I haven't been in it that long. I think I only started buying it last year. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
2024,
year and a half ago, maybe.
Last spring, like last March, last April is when I got my first share. So, to say that I would definitely say it's been a market beating investment on stock price, but the fundamentals keep on
pretty good.
Yeah, their growth is good, and they're getting to that point where they're starting to tip the scales and be able to start really doing. You've seen what happened with Uber the last 2 or 3 years, right? With the profitability, the free cash flow.
Yeah.
So since Grab has, the same business model, at least most of their core business is the same business model. They do have digital banking, which if you love SoFi, like this is how I described it in my most recent YouTube video. If you have liked what happened with Uber in the last 2 or 3 years, as far as, share price performance, fundamental performance, and you also have liked what you've seen in SoFi in the last couple of years, and you regret not being able to get in early on either of those, you still have the opportunity to get in early on the same business model, both two for one in Grab.
Yeah. So you're telling me it's cheap here at $6. You've been after the Regard pump?
I don't even really think that the price increase has been a pump, to be honest with you. Because it's not like it went up 200% in a month or something, right?
Yeah.
I think that the increase in share price is perfectly justified by them continuing to prove that they can grow the business and improve the fundamentals.
Yeah.
I don't think that it's been inflated because of hype or anything like that.
Yeah,
it just doesn't have those characteristics.
Little high tide fundamental pump, we'll say.
Yeah, because you'll look, if you look at the chart of Grab for long periods of time, it will just trade flat.
Yeah, like here.
I don't know if you have it's probably better to look at it for the last 2 or 3 years, since the COVID time was unusually volatile. But you see how it'll go sideways and it'll have these little jumps and then kind of go sideways again.
Yeah.
It's such an orderly pattern than something like a Palantir. Like, look at Palantir on the same time frame to show like why I think that this is like, see, that's a pump. That's a pump, right?
Okay.
Yeah. And keep in mind, Grab is almost a double for me at the moment, and I don't consider it a pump, even though I've only been in it a year and a half.
Yeah.
Because the chart does not look pumpy. It really doesn't. Mm-hmm. And most of the price movement
it's correlated to fundamentals.
It's correlated, I think, with just improving fundamentals over time. That's good. People have not caught on to it yet.
Yeah. Anthony Tan, I've been doing a little Grab DD this week because I want to I know it's sentiment and all, but I'm up like 40% on a very small position. It's like 1.5% of a 40,000 accounts to do the math. It's not a ton. I think between like Grab and Uber, I'd be totally fine having that make up like 20% of the portfolio with like maybe 10 or 15 in Uber, 5 in Grab, or 10, whatever. Like I'm very, very bullish when it comes to like mobility, food delivery, all that stuff. But yeah, Anthony Tan, you like do a little research on him, and it's very interesting. Like his dad, apparently he comes from money, right? And
Comes from what?
he comes from money. Like he was going to be set up.
I would guess. I don't know much about his like personal biography, but I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. But so apparently I was like watching interviews with this guy, and he's like, yeah, my dad, he used to be like, you'll fucking be nothing. You'll never amount to anything unless you go to work, unless you work. You're street trash. He's like, yeah, his dad's cussing him out. And Anthony Tan made it. He's doing pretty well right now. CEO though definitely is a you listen to him and you could tell he's the real deal.
Yeah. Well, the sentiment I hear from people that I know in this part of the world is Asian parents can be tough. That's what they tell me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hear this from the Asian people themselves. This is not me making a generalization or a judgment. This is what I hear directly from people who have Asian parents. They say Asian parents are tough. I don't know what to say.
So we're nearing the 1 hour mark. Poor Fiscal has to go to sleep. The last thing I want to touch on today, because it's recent news. Did you see what happened with the Starbucks, Fiscal? Starbucks.
Oh,
I thought I saw something about some stores closing, maybe, but I don't know much beyond that.
So Starbucks it's not bullish times. It's thank God I sold out. I've revolutionized myself as an investor. Starbucks is closing a bunch of stores. It turns out that putting about one store for every 3,000 square feet in urban area is not a good idea. It's a joke, everybody. Don't fact check me on that. They're closing a ton of stores. 1% of stores in North America, that's 900 corporate employees and a part of $1 billion of the restructuring.
Ryan, to your point though, I'm sitting like 40 or 50 meters away from a mall.
Yeah.
And that mall, within that one mall are 2 Starbucks stores.
Yeah.
Inside the same building. So
same with airports.
I mean, that tells you something.
Yeah. And I just feel like they maxed out. They've just ultra maxed out the growth, and like if you want to actually see serious returns, it's all coming from China, and China's just I'm not a general fan of investing in that.
China not looking so hot right now, huh?
Yeah.
I mean,
they had a cool military thing though. So
hey guys, who could have predicted that putting all your growth eggs in the China basket as Starbucks might not have been?
Yeah. Do you still have Baba? Or is that's
no. So at the beginning of the year, because I was, and this may have been a mistake on my part, but I was thinking that the inevitable like tariff situation and trade war would be bearish China. So after the election, I molded over for probably, because I think I got out in January, but like from the time the election was called up until then, I was contemplating, do I stay in this or do I get out? And my plan was, if it's Trump, probably avoid China.
Yeah,
because he always seemed to have a problem with China. Ooh. And I don't see a trade war being good in general for like the Chinese economy or Chinese ADR specifically, because maybe they get used as like a hostage or something in the like if he says, hey, we're going to nuke all of our trade with you, they might say, okay, we're going to rug pull all your ADRs and screw all your American-based investors in our companies, and because they have that structure where there is that blow up risk if things get real heated, and I just didn't want none of that, considering who's in charge right now.
Yeah,
it's gone well for the people that decided to stay in spite of that.
Yeah, they're up like 30% over the last
and it wasn't
months, and year to date
so
it's up
it would
100.
it would be more than a 100% gain for me right now if I had stayed in. Actually,
That's fine. We have Dave.
Right, but at the same time, I was weighing the which I didn't leave for any fundamental reasons. I believed at the time that I sold, this is probably worth like about $200, and it's trading for like 90 or something stupid. But the blow up risk because of the tense trade situation, I just didn't want none of that. And I mean, how is AliExpress going to do in the US going forward? Is any of it going to hurt that? Is China itself going to, continue to have economic problems? I don't know. Just too many things. I can't really see the 3 moves ahead or whatever you would need to be comfortable. So, but I believe a good amount of that money at some point or another ended up in TSSI.
There you go. That worked out.
So it ends up, it's easy to be like, oh, this would have been a this or that, but it's like, hey, some of that money ended up in things that did just as well or better anyway. So I'm not gonna sit here and cry over spilt milk on it. So
Starbucks cook. That's what I want to leave us off with.
What's the price? How's
it's like still at 82. It's been for the entire history of this show. It's been like $80 to $100. It's at $83 right now.
I thought it could never get to 75.
Geez, I remember those days.
I'll be honest. I'd rather have McDonald's instead of Starbucks.
I'm with. I think I just I got too emotionally connected to the company. With that said, though, thankfully I got out at a decent price. The thing with Brian Nickel, I'm not totally convinced on him at this point. When I saw the package deal, now like looking back, it's like this guy gets to work from home. He gets his own private jet for signing with the company. I'm like this guy's just kind of like, it seems like a star, like NFL player, like signing their money contract. They'll have like maybe
he's like a first round draft pick CEO that got a really good
Albert
deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you get a private jet, work from home.
It's he definitely jumped ship for the money and like the situation and stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
Because
I don't blame him.
He gets that whether he performs or not, right? So
yeah, I don't blame him at all.
I mean, there is probably some stock component that's tied to performance or something, but I mean, he's so rich anyway.
Yeah,
just getting to work less hard or I'm sorry, work from home.
I still think it's better than Laxman, the old Indian CEO. Sorry, Indian British guy. The communicating value.
Oh, the one that got yelled from
communicating value, right? Yeah.
And he is known. He's known for having leave a very strict 3 p.m. leave time or whatever. Separating his home time from work. Very interesting guy.
Oh, is that true?
You could look it up. There's he's like, I leave at 3 o'clock.
I will say, like, I do think he had like before the communicating value thing, I do think he had a decent amount of like salesmanship, charisma.
Yeah, we liked him. Or we listened to a few interviews where we were like, hell yeah, let's go, Laxman. He was gassing up Jim Cramer with those holiday drinks. Oh, I love my peppermint drink. It's such a hard accent to do. I love my peppermint drink, Jim. I can't do the English Indian really hard. Communicating value though. That's forever known.
It's a tough accent for an American to do.
White boy to do. Yeah. Seymour, thank you very much for coming on, spending a good afternoon with us, talking about Kalshi. Where can the people find you for more hot takes on Kalshi, Robinhood, and other high quality cheap stocks?
Oh, yeah, you can find me on X at Mr. Seymour Duck.
you go.
Lately, I've been talking about Japanese companies.
I don't know if the Pearl Harbor fans will like that one, but yeah.
Are we buying Sanrio for the Hello Kitty girls?
Oh, no.
Hell yeah.
There you go. We're also doing a members only deep dive eventually with him. If it weren't like 4 a.m. at Fiscal's time right now, we do it. But yeah, on
Are we skipping the one on Rick's hospitality?
Yeah, probably. We might actually have to do that now.
Maybe we should do a members only video on like the controversy and everything.
Oh, we should. That would be fun.
That could be fun.
We were in the boots because he followed us. Everybody, make sure to become a channel member because for Fiscal's up at like 3 a.m. I had to speed home from school. I ran 2 red lights to make it today. It's true.
It's only 2:30 for the record.
Yeah. But yeah, still, let's say it's 4:30. It's really bad. He has to wake up real early for a flight. Become a channel member. Give us money. We have a ton of we probably have like 10 to 15 hours worth of like content that you can get on there. Episode 32, all that good stuff. You can't find me, so there you go. Smash like button, subscribe, do Dividend, stocks, not drugs, and of course, cash flow is king. Oh yeah.